Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Dew points have risen just a little bit. We've got 71 degrees. Yesterday we were at about 70, so a little bit of a rise in the dew point. Temperatures about the same, 75 degrees. Winds calm currently. We'll see them switch west today. Upper level winds are already to the west, and that has brought a few showers close to the coast. A little bit of cloud cover covering the region, giving us fairly uniform inland to coastal temperatures. We've got 77 in Inglewood, 77 in Venice, 80 at Longboat Key. But you get onto the mainland and you've got 77 in Bradenton, Parrish, Lakewood Ranch, 73 in Myakka, 72 in Arcadia, 74 Wauchula, 74 in Northport, 74 in Punta Gorda. So fairly uniform temperatures. We have some showers out in Gulf waters, some of them producing some fairly heavy rain, but the tendency is for these showers to kind of weaken as they get closer to the coastline. That'll be the case this morning. I'll put in about a 10 to 20% chance of a coastal shower before the lunchtime hour. And then those showers will move a fair distance inland. Lots of rainfall to the north of us. This is all associated with a trough of low pressure that extends from the western Gulf Coast all the way up the Atlantic seaboard. It's part of a trough of low pressure that could eventually steer a tropical system up the eastern sections of the American coastline after perhaps bringing some fairly heavy rainfall to parts of the Caribbean. At the surface, we have a frontal boundary that's kind of limping its way into the state of Florida. It's not going to move very far before a secondary little blast of cooler air approaches it, and I think by Friday kind of nudges it further down the state. It'll stall out just as it has done over North Florida today. It'll stall out over Central Florida by Friday, and there just kind of wash out. But still, I'm hopeful, fingers crossed, that we get at least a couple of degrees of a dew point drop. It doesn't look as dramatic today as it did yesterday. And by dramatic, I mean, you know, you'll feel it. It'll be comfortable. It won't be a huge change in our relative humidities, but a little bit, a taste, so to speak. Hopefully that'll be true. We'll keep an eye on it, though. Eye also on the tropics, where we continue to watch a cluster of clouds. More on that in a second. The latest Mote Marine observations of red tide show intense irritants in the air at Minnesota Beach, moderate at North Jetty and Venice Beach and Lido Key, and a little bit higher at Siesta Key and Coquina. So we'll watch for that. Shower activity today puts the heaviest of the rainfall in inland areas, but perhaps nudged a little bit closer to the coastline as we have a little more moisture in the air. 97L forecast track carries it into the Caribbean, hooks a sharp right-hand turn, and then carries it next week up the Atlantic coast. Maybe. We'll see. It's very possible that it could still impact the state of Florida. It's too early to tell. We'll keep you posted. Southwest wind coming in at about 5 to 10. That'll bring you a light chop 2-foot seas, and the extended range forecast shows some nice weather coming our way for the remainder of the week. Pretty typical stuff for Florida at this time of year. And then as we head into next week, eyes are on the tropics. Back to you guys.